Welcome, everybody, to the 5-Star Frogcast. I'm your host, Kevin Benet Amador, and with me, as always, T Money, Tyler Harrison.
Let's go,
Note,
T-Money. No longer champ.
you're
Kevin,
no longer champ.
congratulations.
I'm the champ, by the way.
Congratulations.
Damn right.
We've been waiting for this. We've been waiting for this
It's been
for a
it's
long
been a
time.
long time coming.
I don't wanna say anything, but you won in a time where someone attacked me,
I
aka
understand.
Tony. I know who it was.
I understand.
But you know what? Victor goes to spoil. You took advantage.
I did take advantage, and I took that championship away, and it belongs. It's where it belongs. Let's just say that. Now Tony's not here. Maybe he's
No.
butthurt. Maybe he's.
Yeah, I
Who
think
knows?
he's upset. He had
Maybe
the
he's just
opportunity,
upset.
it's gone.
But Tony's been a champion for long enough. Tyler, you've been champion for too long as well. It's
Yeah.
my turn.
All right.
And you notice I don't have a championship belt with me. Look,
Not yet.
not yet. It's because I'm getting maybe
I
a
know.
custom one made for me.
Oh, interesting. We'll have to wait
Maybe.
and see.
Maybe. Who knows? It's been a while though. It has been a
Yeah.
while. It's been since the Elimination Chamber.
Elimination Chamber, we missed. I mean, we missed kind of a. I mean, the biggest. Let's quickly go through our Elimination Chamber. Obviously, we see the vlog.
If you haven't seen the vlog yet, which I don't know why you haven't, go check it out on our YouTube page.
John Cena turning heel.
We saw the
Big.
one of the biggest heel turns, if not the biggest heel turn of all time, live.
Yeah.
It was great.
Oh yeah,
Now we got Mania literally a week from now
a week away. Yeah,
that we're doing this podcast. We're recording it here, and we've had all the matches set up, night 1, night 2. All the build-ups have been pretty much done. Obviously, we have one more
Yeah.
appearance from Cena. We have one more
we
week.
have it. We have an appearance from Cena. We have a match for Orton at WrestleMania.
A
That should be
possible
decided
match.
by next week, as he
Yes.
says, or Mickey James will be praying. One thing I want to get off the bat right away: disappointed in Triple H. Why isn't the SmackDown tag titles on Mania?
Right? They've had. They did the
build-up's
perfect
been
build-up.
perfect. They've had the perfect build. They had the perfect build up to do a ladder match, or not. If you don't want to do a ladder match, you could do one of those turmoil tags, gauntlet
You could
tags,
do a
whatever you want to call it.
three-way tornado tag match. You could have done a
There's so
three-way
much
ladder
on it.
match. You could have put Pretty Deadly
Yeah.
and just done a fatal four-way tag match. You
Yeah.
could have just done a 2-on-2 ladder match. You could have had a 2-on-2 tornado tag match. You could have done anything. But no,
Like
you
I
put
said,
them
a
on
gauntlet,
SmackDown.
yeah.
And then you put the Raw tag titles on Mania? What?
The Raw tag titles that had no friction.
You put the
All
New
right
Day
now is
and the Viking and the War
Those New
Raiders on Mania.
now is this
but you don't
now
put...
is this New Day's way to win the title? We don't know. We'll talk about it obviously later on.
I mean, I guess.
But yeah, there's also been no build up. The Viking Raiders have been kind of like here and there. There's not been a good build up for it. I mean,
I don't know. It doesn't make sense to me. That's a big L on Triple H's
Mhm.
side. I think those just defend the titles on Raw and
Yep.
have the SmackDown
vice
titles
versa. Yeah.
at Mania. You had a great
LA Knight
opportunity and
being
you blew it.
LA Knight being snubbed of Mania as well, right? I'm pretty sure. He's
LA
on
Knight, no, he's
Friday
there.
night.
No.
Oh, he's going to WrestleMania. He is
Yeah,
fighting
yeah,
at WrestleMania.
Saturday night.
Oh,
Jacob Fatu, LA Knight. It is confirmed.
that's gonna be fun. What else
Yes.
is there? Obviously, Cody and
Let's
Cena
talk,
night 2.
Cody and Cena night 2. I'll get the matches here, but let's talk Tiffy and Charlotte.
Worst feud ever. No hype, no nothing. Their unscripted stuff sucked. Tiffy is stumbling a bit. She's proving that she should be a heel, not a face.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel bad for Tiffy. It's not
Yeah.
it's not her fault. I don't even. I feel bad for
That's
Charlotte
so-
too, because I don't think it's Charlotte's fault either. I just think this is Triple H being like, I guess I'll do this. I feel like what they should have done, as much as I hate it, have Bianca win the Royal Rumble have Io Sky win that title back and still set up this triple threat match, and it would still been better. And then have your chamber be the woman's thing. Now, again, you could still technically do the whole Naomi and Jade angle because they're on SmackDown right now. That's still there. And then with that, maybe you can build a bit more with Charlotte versus Tiffy because it's something. I feel like this is not doing anyone justice. It is not good. I feel like if they just flipped them, would have been way better.
Okay. Yeah, that is fair. I do agree with you. It hasn't been built up very well. Do I respect them going off script?
Yeah.
Yes, obviously. I always will. I will always respect a wrestler or two wrestlers checking the vibe of the crowd, knowing what is going to be said on script, and changing it on the fly. Absolutely. That takes a lot of skill. But it wasn't good. It was very cringy.
That's the thing.
Because you had Charlotte going, "What? I can't hear you." Like, okay.
Yeah, and then you Charlotte's had little mockery. It was kind of bad. And then obviously, Tiffy came back with a strong. Like I said, she stumbled over her words. She came back strong, being like, "Yeah, that's why you're alone." And then Charlotte came back with, "Nah, Kaiser's in my DM," and no one believes her.
Kaiser's in my DMs,
and then Kaiser. So I do like what Kaiser put.
Yes, he did.
That was funny.
He always showed proof that he's not in the DMs.
No,
because no one believes Kaiser would do that.
That's another thing. This is the first time in history where a man has been accused of being in the DMs, and no one in the world believes it. Because let's be real, Tiffy over Charlotte.
Yeah. Honestly, you were saying you feel bad for Charlotte and you feel bad for Tiffy. Honestly, I feel bad just for Tiffy. I think.
Do you think Charlotte deserves this?
Yes.
You think
because no one?
Okay, fair enough.
She has go away heat. She does.
That's fair. There's
It's not like heat that it's. It's not.
It's not Dominic. It's not Dominic.
It's not dirty Dom heat. It's go away heat. Yeah. People are sick and tired of her.
Mm-hmm.
Getting injured, coming back and not back in the title picture,
for no reason. Yeah. No.
For no real reason.
Nothing. Yeah.
So.
Yeah. No, that's fair.
And Tiffy, they this is where WWE corner themselves. Tiffy already made the face turn with Nia Jax.
Yeah. Yeah.
So now you got Charlotte Flair, who, maybe you're trying to make her seem like an okay, mid person, in between, but she has go away heat, so she's gonna be a bad guy. Now you have to Now you have to really push Tiffy as the good person, which doesn't work. Tiffy's a heel.
No, 100%. And like we said, we knew if Charlotte wins the Rumble, it's going to be worse because she doesn't appear for TV forever. She comes back to the Rumble, she wins it, doesn't deserve it, right? I get the idea that they're trying to build the heat for it, but like you said, when you have other women deserving of that opportunity, and if this is a type of pass the torch moment, I'll be real, rather be Becky Lynch then instead.
Yeah,
because 100%. the opposite spectrum of Barbie girl versus tomboy would fit way better than Barbie girl on paper and literally Barbie girl made out of plastic right now. Because you can tell Charlotte's done some stuff. She's a Flair.
Yeah.
The reason why I say I feel bad for Charlotte is because I feel like H put her in a situation that is just not beneficial for her.
Mm-hmm.
I think Charlotte could be a great heel, but I think they pushed her too much. I don't think Charlotte was the one that said, "I want the Mania shot." I think they were like, "Okay, Charlotte, we need to pass the women's division on. You're gonna face Tiffy." I could be completely wrong, and this could be like Rhea Ripley versus Charlotte 2.0, where the first time they faced, Charlotte wins the title, and if that's the case, Triple H has lost me with the women's division on SmackDown.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly and truthfully, there's no other big point.
Yeah, no, I think we covered it well on that one. Again, we won't do our predictions here, but yeah,
we're just giving our take on the builds up.
We're just giving our take on the builds.
Let's move on to the other better side of the women's division, the build up for Io Sky.
Oh, phenomenal! Night 2.
Bianca Belair and Rhea Ripley has been the best thing I've seen so
This
far
might
when it comes to
steal
women's division.
the night. This might steal the night. Might even steal the show. These three women are gonna put on a great match.
They usually
Um,
do. All of them together,
oh,
yeah.
it's gonna
Io
be
Sky is
phenomenal.
looking phenomenal. I really hope she does retain the title. Maybe it's a bit of my prediction. I do. I think Io Sky is finally. Remember last year when she won the title and the fans weren't really behind her?
Yeah,
I think this is the come around when people are realizing, nah, we like her. We like her. We like Io Sky. We realize how good she is, how much work she puts in. She's legit. She deserves it. I think they finally understand. It's the Dom effect where they're flipping on it. It's like, oh, okay. Maybe her not being in a heel situation helps, you know, because she's face technically. Maybe that helps. Oh, people get behind her more. But I'm glad I'm seeing fans finally like realize, yeah, I know what, Io Sky is a mainstay in the women's division and potential face of the women's division.
yeah. No, this match has been perfectly built up. I love everything they've done with it. Um, no complaints out of the on the Raw side of things with the main women's world title. This will be a good match. I'm also kind of on the same fence that, maybe Io Sky could retain here and they could do something
Yeah.
with it.
Hmm.
Um, but, we still have a week to decide. We still have another Monday Night Raw to see what they do with build up, where they're kind of leading towards, and make the final prediction. But it's at least he's done something right here with the one side of
Yeah.
the women's title, and it seems like that's kind of a trend with a lot of stuff. First, we talked about the tag teams, and now we got the women's world championships. One side is good, the other side, why?
Yeah, I was gonna say, I feel like the many titles right now is kind of not making them struggle, maybe making them struggle, being like, okay, we focus so much here. How do we focus here? How do we focus here? And like he's paying too much attention to one thing and then forgetting about the other. He's trying
Hmm.
to like not half-ass it, but like make it
Yeah,
go
no,
quickly or make it happen. And it's just like, but like he builds it well in the other show, and you're like, okay, where's the connection missing here? If you're building it good on this show, why can't you build on the other? But again, there's so much going on. Like right now, I think the benefit with Raw is that Cena's not there all the time,
hmm
and Cody is technically on SmackDown, so there's more room to work. Where you look at it, they're really pushing the Roman stuff on SmackDown, which they should. Amazing
he's gonna
pay-per-view
show up on
main
Monday
event.
Night Raw though.
He will show up on Monday Night Raw. I know that for sure. They will put him on Raw. It makes more sense. But that's what I'm saying. They have more. I feel like they have more wiggle room on Raw than they do SmackDown right now with what they
Yeah.
want to do.
Okay. Yeah, that's
I,
fair.
I think they need a I think they need a brand shift pretty soon. I think they usually do it after WrestleMania.
Typically after Mania, yeah, they will.
Mhm.
Um, so we already did the tag team stuff. We've talked about
Women's.
both women's championships. Let's move on to some of like the more singles matches. Let's just get Jade Cargill and Naomi out of the way. Um, again, like there's some matches on this card. I'm like, why is it on Mania? And this is one of them. I
Yeah.
like,
Honestly, I'll be real right now. The only reason they want to give Jade the spotlight at WrestleMania, and that's it. That's the only thing I'll tell.
but even okay. But the thing is before her injury, or before she was written off TV, she wasn't like getting much trust within her
No.
in-ring skills. And now
So do
she
you
comes
think this
back
is?
and you're giving her a Mania match?
I was gonna say, do you think this is their test of the water for her? Sink or swim?
That's risky to do
We're giving you
on
a
Mania,
WrestleMania
though.
spot. But the idea is, let's be real, she's hyped up to be one of the next best women wrestlers, right? WWE is very known for, okay, you know what, you are the hype, but can you back it up? You walk the walk, you can talk the talk, but can you walk the walk? And I think, with Naomi, maybe it's just a test for her. They're going to be like, okay, let's see how she does. Okay, I see a lot of sloppiness. Okay, we might not be able to push her yet. We have to figure something out. Oh, she actually performed really well and above a bit of expectations. Okay, maybe we can see what we can do with the time. I feel like this is just testing the water with not only fans, but with WWE. I want to put you on a big show without any help. Let's see how you do. I agree the match shouldn't be on Mania. It's garbage, but I can easily tell this is a test match for her to see what her career WWE is going to look like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess that's fair.
Though,
Um,
am I happy about it? No, because you're missing out on some better matches, in my opinion. But as a
Or just,
WWE
I don't know.
statistical standpoint, it makes sense, I guess, in that way.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess this is her like step up to the opportunity,
Yeah,
make or break
up
it,
to up to bat. Let's see if you can hit it.
sink or swim. Let's see what you can do with it.
Yeah,
But yeah, I'm not really too hype about the match. I
me
mean,
either. Oh, I'm not. That's my bathroom break. I'm actually
yeah,
hoping that's on night one because I
it
work on
is.
night
It
one.
is.
Okay, good. I'll miss
It
it.
is.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm upset because I'm pretty sure night one is the Jimmy and or the Jay and Gunther match, though, right?
It is. We'll get into it a bit later.
What? I'm gonna have to listen to the podcast. I'm not gonna lie. I'm at work.
What was that?
I might have to listen to it when I'm at work.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
actually excited. They've interested me in that match, going to singles matches. They've interested me out. Before it was kind of meh, but now that they're bringing the family
No, the
aspect,
match that the moment they brought the family in, it like
it
this was
raised
it.
it for me. It's like this is what
This
we've
was
been
it.
asking for.
Jimmy didn't get his WrestleMania match, but he saved this match.
He saved this match for sure. They're making it interesting because
He made Gunther such a good heel. Like he already was a
Yeah,
good heel, but he
yeah.
made him like that was good.
For a character that doesn't need development, they gave him development.
Yeah.
With that whole thing with Jimmy. Now we know there's a different
Amazing.
side to Gunther.
Amazing.
Because originally they were doing the same Sami Zayn thing. Oh, don't believe in yourself.
Yeah.
And this obviously all started off of a botch flip. Like that wasn't done purposely. It was an accident. He actually did
Yeah.
botch it. And
Yeah.
and this is where you could give Triple H. They took a small moment like that and made it into basically the whole storyline. They took that moment and were like, we can build a storyline off of it. And that's where you can give Triple H some credit. That takes a lot to realize, oh, this is perfect.
Yeah. No, 100%.
And then changing it from he's scared to it's actually he needs his family support to then now I'm doing this for my family. It's again perfect. So it's now he's not doing it for just Jay, he's doing it for Jimmy.
Yeah, no, and I love that he came out, no yeeting, nothing. He was serious, came all dressed in black.
Yeah,
and he just
back
he
to
meant
the old,
business.
yeah, back to his old.
He was like
Uso day.
He's like, there's no yeet tonight. Like, I'm talking to you one-on-one, and he gave him a good promo.
Yeah,
he gave him a good promo, and Gunther was finally like, he was a little shook. He was like, okay.
Yeah, he's serious now. This was the whole thing out. You weren't serious, now you are.
Maybe Gunther. This is what Gunther wanted. Maybe he wanted to make Jey Uso stay away from the kids, the whole yeet thing, and get serious with him. He wanted to see how serious he can get. He got him. He got Jay.
Oh yeah.
So this has been built up perfectly. Obviously, it had a slow start, but Mania's got like 8-9 weeks of build up. So for the people who aren't patient enough, well, this is another example of why you got to be a little patient.
Yeah, no, technically, WrestleMania build up starts after Royal Rumble. It's true. That's usually when it starts. Whether it's long-term storytelling, whether it's little stuff here and there, and going back to switching on a dime, we don't know if it's true, but it's very much being hinted at. Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton to take Kevin Owens. Obviously, I assume they knew the neck injury probably at Elimination Chamber. That's what I'm going to assume. I'm assuming they knew about this neck injury.
I don't know.
Maybe even before that.
He mentioned that they knew like 4 months prior, like the issue may have came up, but it didn't get
But they weren't
serious
sure how.
till like actually recently, like not long ago. So
Yeah, he probably did it. He
because he was still doing build up.
Yeah, I was gonna say he probably felt some numbness in his arm, and they went to go check, and it's like, yeah, no, it's actually regressed worse now. But again, switching on a dime, taking long-term storytelling. Now, maybe was this Triple H's plan all along to give Nick Aldis a match with Randy Orton at some point, which is why he hinted the 10K? Sure, or maybe it was just a little joke. But now it's come back to being like, hey, no, I don't owe you any money because I already RKO'd you. And then now it's about Nick Aldis like, no, man, it's respect. You don't respect me, and now it's building up. Obviously, Solo came out and all that, and everyone's like, oh, maybe he's facing Solo. I don't think he is.
No,
I think this is setting up for Nick Aldis.
Yeah, I agree with you. It was funny. I was talking about my dad, and he was like, "Yo, you think he's gonna face Solo?" I'm like, "No, he's gonna face Nick Aldis."
This is their chance to give him just a fun little wrestle up. This will be the only time. I believe this will be the only time he will wrestle. I think it's a great opponent, Randy Orton. We talked about this. We're worried about the ring rust, but both styles are very similar. in that sense. It's not like a Penta coming in and has to shake off a bit of rust doing high flying. By the way, Phoenix, amazing. I'm so happy. He's looking so good. WWE's putting
I'm just happy for
talent.
him.
Yeah, WWE's putting with great talents. And those talents are looking great. Nathan Frazier looked great the first week. I think people realize now Humberto, I think his name is, right?
Humberto.
Yeah, Humberto, I think people finally realize, holy shit, this guy's actually a great talent that they have. And I always believed he was, because he had put some good stuff in the
Angel Garza's great too.
Thunderdome. Yeah, they're both great. But with this match with Rey Fenix, it showed them. Wait. It showed fans being like, oh wait, I wasn't familiar with this. The same thing with Penta versus Dom. I think people forget, Dom grew up in the luchador style. Like, prior to him turning heel, look back at his matches against Seth Rollins and these other wrestlers. Guy was doing some crazy, like, luchador stuff. He was
Now, the Canadian Destroyer came out of nowhere. That was
crazy.
So, respect to Dom for that. I think that's where people were like, what? Because he never does that. He never does it, though. This is the first time he's actually done it, I think.
Yeah, he's taken one. He took Andrade.
He took one. He took a few. But he's never done it himself. The apron.
But it wasn't that he just did it. He did it flawless, like basically effortlessly.
Yeah.
He perfectly boom. Like it was like he's done it a million times before.
Yeah, it was.
But that's what happens when you train with Rey Mysterio all your life. When you have that generation talent with Rey Mysterio. Like, honestly, it helps him. That's I know as much as he's turning heel. Now, obviously, there's that fatal 4-way match. I feel like we'll really dive into deep next week. But just in terms of excitement for that match, I'm pretty excited.
It probably is one of my most excited matches for the whole card, for the whole of WrestleMania. Yeah. It's up there. Like, obviously, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, the triple threat, Roman Reigns, CM Punk, Seth Rollins, which, by the way, is the hardest one to predict still for me.
I think honestly going that, Io Sky, that triple threat,
Belair, amazing.
These are one of the few WrestleManias where a lot of these matches aren't too predictable. Fatal 4-way, any one of them can win, and it makes sense.
Anyone can win. You know the 5-star Frogcast is going to be sponsored here by Dominic Mysterio, and we're going to be choosing him.
But it's really
obviously we have to pick. The championship's going to be in line.
Yeah, no, like realistically, like that's tough. Like you mentioned, that triple threat match, we'll talk about soon. Paul Heyman being a factor as well. And then, of course, this past Monday saying, you owe me a favor now.
You owe me a favor. Really cool. What do we get
obviously, that could just be Rollins playing mind games, because Rollins is great at mind games, and just letting Heyman know, hey, screw off. Don't mess with me right now type deal. Yeah. Or maybe this is true.
I think you might be onto something there. It could very well just be that. But there is a lot of rumors, and I think we'll come back to it.
What's Seth Rollins' nickname? The Architect, right?
Yes.
Who was the original Plan B? Seth Rollins. Let's not act like he's not one to create these situations for himself. So that's a whole thing. That's another topic we'll get into when we talk more about predictions next week.
Where were we?
So we were just talking about Nick Aldis versus Randy Orton.
Nick Aldis, Randy Orton, that's a possibility.
Potential, yeah.
To make it a 7th match for night 2, because there is 6 and then 7. 7 being the first night, 6 on the second night, so there is a chance something happens there.
And Randy did say he's going to wrestle at WrestleMania, like he's made it clear.
Yeah. We'll run through some quick matches. Another match that doesn't belong on this card, but Liv Morgan and Raquel versus Bayley and Lyra. Again, makes no sense.
Put that on Raw.
Honestly, I don't even want to talk about that match. I'm just gonna skip it. I'm sorry. Like, I just don't care about the women's tag championships, and
it's not a good match.
Maybe it'll be decent, some cool spots, but like, I don't care. Why isn't Lyra defending her championship, and why isn't Chelsea Green defending her championship? Anyways. Again,
match, but
not even on SmackDown or anything. You don't do anything. Like, come on.
No, it should be on. Honestly, that match should be on SmackDown.
It's Mania week.
Put it on NXT. Let them defend it on NXT. Look at this shit.
Something. Figure it out. Anyways, I'm skipping that match. That's stupid. AJ Styles, Logan Paul. Let these guys cook.
We talk about match of the night. This might be it.
This could. Let them cook for like 15 to like 20 minutes, but 15 to like 18, I think, is like that really good.
I
Like,
don't think people realize Punk or not Punk, Paul versus Rollins was great
yeah,
because Rollins is such a great in-ring
yeah,
worker. You're now giving him arguably our generation Shawn Michaels.
yeah,
Arguably, people would say, with
arguably. Yeah.
AJ Styles. So,
Let
and
them
you know
cook.
he's gonna cook. Let them cook.
That's all I have to
It's
say
gonna be
about
one
this
of the.
match.
They're gonna be a great
Build
match.
up, you know what? Whatever. They haven't been like top notch.
It doesn't need build up. The match
It
itself is
doesn't.
good.
It doesn't.
Though I would love to see Bad Bunny versus Logan Paul eventually.
Yeah, but let these guys cook. This match, I'm always excited for a Logan Paul match because I know something's gonna happen. So
Yeah.
that's all I gotta say about that one. Damian Priest, Drew McIntyre, been built up perfectly. I love these two. Long-term storytelling, just great. You know, honestly, I know a lot of people were like, "Why is Drew McIntyre going down Damian Priest?" But this match has been built up since last year. It's
Last year's WrestleMania.
perfect. It's perfect. So good job, H. Sin Street City fight as well. Awesome. I love it.
Yeah, that's cool. I like that. A street fight.
This will be brutal. That'll be a brutal one. I think these guys are going to go at it. The Fatal 4-Way Intercontinental Championship again. We kind of already talked about it, but
We kind of already
really
talked about
looking
it.
hype about that. Really, all these guys going to put on a really good match. I'm talking like Canadian Destroyer after Canadian Destroyer, Breaker Spear, Finn Balor, like one after the other.
Yeah, it's
There'll
gonna
be
be a
some
good
good
match.
sequences, I think, in that match, which
Oh, yeah.
will be really cool. LA Knight, Jacob Fatu, gonna be a good match. Fatu wins, maybe not. Solo Sikoa, Fatu build up for Backlash,
That's possible.
possible.
Or for Fatu to leave his group and make his own. Yeah, Wolfpack.
Good. Rey Mysterio versus El Grande Americano.
I'm kind of pissed off about this one. Personally, I feel like Chad Gable deserves a WrestleMania moment, and instead he is not getting it this year. Though I am happy with Americano.
El Grande Americano. He's
El Grande Americano. He deserves it. This guy was best in AAA. My favorite match. I don't know if you've seen it. Him versus Eddie Guerrero, back in the day at AAA. It was one of the All-Star League. It was very, very good. Apparently, you know El Generico, like, yeah, he trained El Generico. Apparently, that's the rumor. I'm pretty
That's
sure
crazy.
he was one of those people that trained him. So I'm happy for this guy.
yeah,
He
he's been in
deserves
the
it.
he's been in the wrestling industry for so long. He deserves it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I Grande
I'm just
Americano.
upset with Chad Gable. He deserves to be there, but maybe next year.
Yeah, you know, obviously there's a cold going around. I get it. He's sick.
Yeah, he's not feeling good, man.
He's not feeling good, so it's alright. It's okay.
Rest up.
Rest up next year, buddy. But it's gonna be a good match.
Yeah.
The Vegas fans get treated to El Grande Americano. So
No, honestly,
Um,
they get to see one of the two best luchadors to go at each other.
and then you know we're left with the two main events. So obviously, you know, Roman, Punk, Seth. Great build up.
Yeah,
Nothing
since
been
Rumble.
wrong here. It's gonna be a tough one. It's a toss up on this one.
Yeah.
Curious to
Heyman's
see
the
what Tony
factor. Yeah.
Heyman factor. Like Punk and Roman, do they screw themselves over just over Heyman? Does Rollins just take advantage of that and
Yep.
quick curb
There's a
stomp?
lot to
1,
go
2, 3.
There's a lot to go with it.
Who knows? Such a good match. I can't wait for that one. Again, we don't want to get into too much predictions here because we don't want to go for too long here. But
I also want to save it for next week because we're doing it.
absolutely. And then, well, Cody Rhodes and John Cena.
The build-up's been perfect. I love it.
The build-up has been perfect. It's just, it sucks that Cena
Isn't
took
there
him
often?
like 2 weeks to get
Years
there. Was there
Yeah.
3 weeks in a row? The first two build-ups were, I don't want to say mid, but like they kind of were mid. They were okay.
Thing is,
The
first
third
2
one he
weeks was
cooked.
The first 2 weeks was Cody calling him out. When they got to Europe, he showed up, and I think, and honestly, I'm gonna give him the benefit of the doubt for why it took him a little bit longer. Is because he's never been a heel since like I don't care. Doctor of Economics when it started out wasn't really a heel.
Yes, so.
It wasn't. It wasn't because fans got behind it so quickly. They loved
Yeah.
it. maybe he was heelish, 100%. But to actually be a full-on heel,
Yeah.
amazing. I think he's doing. I like how he's not doing the rapping. I like how nothing has changed. Nothing has changed with John Cena because that's what he expects
That's who he
us
is.
to want.
Yeah.
He's just like, no, no, no. The whole heel turn is, I'm done pleasing you.
I'm
I'm doing this for me.
That's where it just seems like it's John Cena versus the fans, and the mascot is just Cody Rhodes.
But it's a good idea because the fan, no matter who you face, whoever the top guy is who the people are the fans behind. So it does make sense that WWE or John Cena is facing the fans because right now the fans are behind Cody Rhodes. It would be the same if the fans were behind Damian Priest or Drew McIntyre the way they are behind Cody Rhodes. The idea is John Cena's not fighting Cody Rhodes. John Cena's fighting the fans. And our representation is Black Love Cody Rhodes. So that's what I like about it. I do like that aspect that. Now, again, the Rock factor.
That's the thing, though. Like, okay, and we don't like, why? Why? If The Rock doesn't show up on that SmackDown, then why?
Yeah.
Why did
you could
he?
Just have that whole. You could have just had that whole thing without The Rock and still be as effective.
And Travis Scott.
Well, there's rumors that Travis might make, like I said, the new theme. I don't think that's happening.
Yeah, it's not.
But yeah,
clearly not. But again, we'll see. We got one SmackDown left. Maybe The Rock shows up. That could very well happen because Roman is going to Raw. They wouldn't do that unless something big is happening. Obviously, they want to give time to Cena, but I feel like they want to do something else. So there's a chance like 30 minutes to an hour of SmackDown is literally that segment.
Yeah, no, it's possible.
And it's fine. As long as it's good.
Yeah,
but I also hope it's not the first thing on the show. That's also the thing that I didn't like about the European tour. The first thing on the show every week was the same thing. John Cena talking with him. Like, the third week when in London, I was like, can this just be the main event?
Yeah. Let this end,
But I understand probably why. It's because Cena had a schedule and he had to get out of there.
Yeah. He has to get out of there quick,
It's alright. Those are all the matches for Mania. We will be doing our actual predictions next week. Don't forget to follow us on our Instagram page, TikTok. I know we haven't been very active. We'll try and be a little more active. And our YouTube, all at the 5-Star Frogcast. Tony will be back on the episode next week. Hopefully, hopefully he's not too butthurt. But also, T-Money, Tyler, this whole storyline of you getting attacked and everything, I have actual information, breaking news, that we have the actual attacker's news, who it is, and believe me, I know who it is.
I already know too. It's Tony. It's always been Tony. I can't wait to expose him. I can't wait.
I can't wait either.
Find out soon.
I can't wait either.
Guess we'll have to wait.
Ring that bell first.
Ding, ding, ding.
And we'll catch you in the next one.